Good afternoon. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Divine Leader, Embody Your Master, Day 2. Let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me, so that you can start. Just send me a hi, a heart, something in the comments. And here we go. Let me know. I don't see any comments, so I'm wondering if. Okay, I see the heart. Hello. Perfect. Thank you. Hello. I hope you had a beautiful start after our first session together yesterday. We worked on receiving. So if you want, while you are connecting, okay, I'll try to, check your comments. Okay. So yesterday we worked on receiving. We worked on the first side of the process, and just to go back through in a quick way what we saw yesterday, we basically said that once you see your true nature, once you acknowledge who you are, then you get in contact with your infinite wisdom, infinite beauty, infinite love, infinite abundance. You get in contact with your infinity. Because a divine being knows that they are infinite. So the main problem or obstacle or challenge is getting in contact with it, allowing yourself to receive much more. Today, why did I call this event Divine Leader, Embody Your Master? Because the first part, the one we went through yesterday, is about receiving, feminine, allowing, perceiving, opening up. Then it comes the time of embodying your mastery, of embodying the master within you. And who is a master then? A master is a divine being who leads their unique way, who walk their path in their power, in their heart. And this gets to an undeniable success. Because once you connect to it, then it's just the natural consequence. So today, as yesterday, we're going to extract a winner at the end of the session. You are going to receive a special offer for you, which is linked to this special moment, as I'm going to interrupt my services for a month, December, and there will be a new beginning in January. So there will be a powerful program where we are going to explore in depth and to ignite this kind of power in your heart, your divine leadership, enabling you to truly embody the master within. So you'll have a chance of choosing to work now. And you will see, you'll get an email. I'm not going to waste time to talk about it now, but if you feel called, if you know that this is your call, then just allow yourself to receive. So let me see if, okay. So yesterday we went through receiving, and if we go back, how many times in your life have you been not comfortable at receiving? How many times have you had any resistance at maybe receiving a gift, a compliment? How many times have you thought that you had to give back something because you received? And okay, this is the first part. And today we are going through the second part, which is power, which is active, which is masculine, which is, okay, I take my power back and I truly align it in my existence to my divine being. And this is the pain point, because why there are so many people confused, not happy, even when successful from an external point of view, because there's no true alignment. They're doing something that is not for them. They're living a life, running a kind of existence because they were taught that that was the way. And they didn't allow them to listen to their heart. So today we are going to strengthen this part. Today we're going to imagine. Yesterday I talked about the golden river or the golden column of infinite possibilities, that abundant flow, that prosperity flow that contains everything, that contains wisdom, beauty, love, money, everything, okay? Imagine a river. It needs to have powerful river banks. Otherwise, that flows, it goes away. So my main focus today and in the program will be give you some insights, give you some powerful ingredients that are so connected to that power in your heart, to that being the divine leader who embody his mastery. And why is it so important to me? Because I've seen so many people implementing strategies, implementing structures, processes, implementing something that was external and trying to replicate it in their life, in their business. And they burned out. They were successful, but they burned out. You probably are starting to perceive why. There was no alignment. They were doing something in order to get to a kind of achievement, but it wasn't aligned with their true nature. Or maybe you can do so much energy work, you can really inner work, you can work on yourself, you can raise your frequencies, you can vibrate at a higher frequency. And then, yeah, you can manifest a great success and you can lose it. Why? Because if you're not ready, and today we're going to see what ready means, what being ready means. If you're not ready, you can do that kind of work and then the money flows, or what you received as you were not ready enough, simply you lose it, okay? So, first of all, I invite you today to write down, this is a kind of homework, to write down, because this is, I said, today we're going to work on the active side, the masculine side, so something that you have to implement in order to get to that mastery embodiment, right? So, first action. What is that I'm not going to tolerate anymore in my life? Write down what you choose not to tolerate anymore. And it involves every single aspect in your life. Can be money, health, relationships, house, clothes, anything. Once you connect to your divinity, to your being infinite, then you cannot tolerate not to have what you feel you're ready to have. And to me, it was, okay, you are earning 2K per month, living in a corporate job, living in what I felt like a cage. No more. That was the moment I made a choice. And I could not tolerate anymore not to have much more money, much more time, and to be fully realized, self-realized. So, this is the first commitment I invite you to take with yourself. And then let's start having a look at what can really help you on the path. Because, of course, commitment, when you step into this higher self, when you step into this higher dimension of your life, is necessary. So, a true connection with your higher self is part of the journey. For example, when I started to change my life and then I kept this going on, every day, when I started to change my life, I took my meditation phase as a beautiful space to connect with my higher purpose, to connect with my desires, and to connect with the message I wanted to bring. What was the most important, lessons at first? What were the most important lessons at first? But then what did I want to share? What did I want to bring to the world, to the people I was meant to help, to support? And that kind of commitment, that kind of being within, led me to create so much in such a short time. So this kind of connection is the first part of your actions. And this is a necessary part of it. Then, of course, when your intuition comes, then your actions are required. So when your intuitions just show up, then it's the time of acting. I probably said yesterday, I don't remember if I talked about it, but the first real surrender when I realized I could, receive help was when I asked for guidance. I didn't know how to get out of that corporate job. I was still studying, but now I'll show you why studying isn't enough. And at a certain point, my mind refused to collaborate anymore. She said, okay, stop studying. Now you have to go. And that was the moment when I asked for guidance. And then, as I asked, please send me someone who can help me, when I acknowledged the person who was going to help me, then I acted very quickly. So intuition is so powerful because it gives you instant answers. And you can fear them, you can be scared, but then you have to trust. So I'm going to go through a process that involves every single aspect once you are called to step into a higher dimension, to step into, after having connected to your infinity, that it takes you to, okay, now it's time to act. And I'll show you through this 3-step process. What is the main problem? What are the main problems that are, let's say, blocking or holding back so many people? So, first of all, when you don't know what to do, when you don't know what's next, that not knowing is a precious time. That not knowing is inviting you, not knowing how, not knowing what, not knowing, okay, maybe I don't know my purpose. Okay, is there anyone who can help me to get in contact with it? Is there anyone already free that can help free my life? Is there anyone who had already made so many things I really admire that can help me? Okay, that not knowing is inviting you to ask. It's inviting you to ask for guidance and then trust. That is so essential. And that is a pain point for so many people, because they maybe think they're getting supported, or maybe they are asking for help, but they're not asking for help in the right divine way. They're not asking for help knowing that that will help them. They're asking for help in a, I would say, child attitude. So please help me. And then when you tune into that kind of attitude, the quality of help, the quality of support cannot be high, because you're just receiving or someone is feeding you. And once that connection stops, then you have not embodied anything, okay? So this is the first phase, not knowing and trusting. The second one, when I find my way, the person, a way, okay, not knowing, now I know, okay? I probably have to learn. In my case, regarding business skills, I had so many skills in counseling, coaching, psychology. I didn't have any skills on business. I didn't know how to market. I didn't know how to sell. I didn't know how to, I did know how to write, but not maybe for, social media. I had to learn my entrepreneurial skills. So I trusted, I didn't know, I surrendered, and then I started to learn. Okay, the second phase, choose to learn. And then there's a third phase. And the third phase in acting is, okay, embodying. And what does that mean? It means that there's a phase for learning and there's a phase for walking my path. There's a phase for integrating and there's a phase for leading my way. And one of the main problems in the, let's say, coaching industry, or that involves so many healers or people who help others, who support others, is that they never stop learning. And you could say, what is the problem? The problem is that if you keep learning and you keep infusing external materials, external knowledge, without going beyond, without integrating those teachings, without really embodying them in your life, then you run the risk of speaking the truth, but not really living it in your life, not really integrating it in your business. And that is such a weakness in so many people. If you just know, but this knowing didn't go down in your heart and in your being, and we are going to see how, then your words are so less powerful. You cannot be that divine being embodying their mastery if you don't go beyond that learning phase. And this pattern, this three-step phase, involves every area. So if you skip the trusting phase, then you keep on doubting everything and everyone. And that's the case when maybe I join a program, I choose a mentor, but then I don't really trust him. I don't really trust her. And of course, you see, blocking your receiving. You are blocking your way of being connected through him, through her, to the infinite possibilities. When I shared yesterday about some of my clients who really opened up to something bigger, is because once they stepped into the container, into Divine Leader Program, they surrendered. Maybe someone at the beginning. Not totally, but then, and once you trust, then of course you're going to receive more. Then of course your life is going to unfold. So if you skip the trusting phase, of course you're blocking your receiving. Then, if you just focus on the learning phase, you keep on learning, studying, and it's a never-ending story. Never-ending story, where every time you study something new, you go in the space where you don't feel enough. You feel there's something missing in you. And I'm not saying that you don't have to study anymore. I'm just saying that there's a phase for studying, then there's a phase for embodying, okay? So if you just stick to the phase of learning, of studying, and don't go beyond, then you're just telling yourself you cannot be the divine being you actually are, in their uniqueness, in their beauty, in their wisdom. And the third phase, if you skip the embodiment, you are replicating someone else's model. And of course, this requires effort. It's not yours. So now we are going to proceed with another important part of the process, which is, okay, I'll try to guide you to the space where really you can receive it all, you can have it all. And it's not just, a sentence, it's something real. But it needs you. It needs you in your power. It needs you in your choice. It needs you in your being. So my goal is take you there while showing you what are the other options available and why you're probably still resisting your growth, your expansion, or if you're here, maybe you're not resisting, you felt a call. But I want you to, I'd like to, wider your perspective. So there's one, let's say, actions number one. They are so popular in this world. And this, okay, I do, I act. Because I have to prove to myself that I'm worthy. Your actions give you perception of your ability. And it can be, I told you yesterday, it can be never enough, even when you already got to make millions. And this is the case where you are still delegating your actions. You are still using your actions to get to your results, to get to your achievements. And I recently saw an ad. There was an event run by a company in my country, and they said they were selling the perfect launch. Okay, they were selling this kind of, okay, we made 1.2 million in one launch, so this is a perfect launch. Please, I give you everything. I give you copywriting, I give you funnels, I give you Facebook ads, I give you everything so that you can use it. Okay, of course, having a model is important, having something to look at is important, but do I need to replicate? Do I need to copy and paste what worked for someone else so that I can get there? Am I trusting my intuition? Am I trusting the fact that in my unique way of being, there's a specific message, there's a specific way I can embody to show up in the world? And this is why, for example, I had an interview some time ago for a team member, for a new team member in my company. And she came from that kind of approach. She's a coach. She joined a school. She learned how to market, how to sell, how to just applying a model. Okay. She got to a huge success. I think she got to 100K in not so many months. Then she burned out. She applied to my open position because she didn't want to run a business anymore. And this is exactly what I'm trying to share with you. If you're just in any area, in any fields in your life, just copying and pasting someone from outside and not embodying it, then it can lead you to maybe a huge success, but then it's not probably what you really want. So we go back to the question of yesterday. What do you really want? And that is so crucial. I hope you took your time to dive and to, really write down what you really want. So let's move on to the second option. And the second option is, okay, I'm not applying someone else's models, recipes, but I learn how to raise my frequencies, how to do my inner work, how to deal with my masculine and feminine, and how to manifest great results. And this, of course, can lead you to a huge success. In this case, you can really shorten the time. You can really you don't have to follow a linear progression. You can just, exponentially grow. But there is a but. You can get to those high achievements, but if your system, your body, your bodies are not ready to receive it, then there are two options. You become greedy because you're still attached to what you still think you might lose, or you just lose everything because you were not ready. You were not strong enough to hold that energy, to hold that frequency, to hold that money, for example, that love, that great experience that life brought you. So, what is the way that I'm here to share with you? The way that I'm sharing with you is a third one, as you can imagine. And the third way is a balanced way, is a way that doesn't involve those actions, I would say, I would call them, toxic actions. And I mean, I call them toxic because as I know from inside how it is to work for a great company, how to not to have time to go to the toilet, how to not to have time to eat when I'm hungry. So I do know what it means. And so that is, of course, not my way. And I think that is not yours neither. But also the other one I told you, the energetics one, can be tricky. So the balanced way I'm going to talk about involves a word that is not so popular, a word that is life-changing, a word that is so hidden. You cannot see it from outside. And this word is integrity. This word implies aligning your life to your divinity, aligning your life to your truth, align your words to your truth. And when you truly and deeply align, and you work on this level of integrity, we're going to work on it in Divine Leader, then you become so powerful. Nothing, no one is able to change you. No one, nothing is able to interferes with you. You are just that divine being embodying their mastery, embodying, knowing who they are. And this gives you an extraordinary power. This gives you the ability to face everything in your life, to make all the money you require, you desire, and to be fully in your being, to be fully in your heart. So once you get there, of course, you are first of all inspired by your purpose. And once you are so deeply and truly aligned, that money, that love, that abundance, that prosperity naturally flows through you. And you have no fear of letting go. And at this level of integrity, there's no attachment. No attachment to money. No attachment to things. No attachment to your identities. You just allow yourself to flow. And this means that maybe you got to a huge success and then realize, okay, I did it, I can make it, but it's not mine. I don't want it. Maybe you want to be free, or maybe you want to, okay, let's take a rest, a pause, and then let's go on. So no attachment means really letting flow. And how can this be? Let me know if you have questions. And if you have questions, please go ahead, because I'm going to dive deep into an image that completes this picture. And the image is the Vitruvian man, the man of Leonardo, okay, with his arms and legs open in that circle, and he forms a star, okay? Then when you are embodying your mastery, when you are in your divinity, you are that perfect in proportions Vitruvian man. What does this mean? It means that you are open, powerful, balanced. You are able to receive and you're able to act with those powerful legs and feet. And What does this mean? This means that you are truly and deeply connected to your heart. You know, you might say, okay, what does the heart mean in this story, in running a business? When you allow yourself to receive more because you acknowledge who you are, then you're just opening up, okay? Once you open up, then you have to strengthen your life, to strengthen your muscles, okay? As I said, imagine the river. If it has no powerful riverbanks, then the water flows and goes away. So in this case, if we want more, we have to strengthen our system. And how do we do that? Through integrity. And integrity is coherence in our heart. And going back to, okay, how is this connected, for example, to business or to life? When you are in your heart, what you are meant to do is something that most probably involves bringing beauty into the world, bringing your expression, bringing love, bringing wisdom, bringing what really can help others. So being connected to your heart means giving. Giving from where? From a place where I know I am worth it. I do know my value. So I give, and I know that it's natural to receive more. But receiving is not my main reason. My main reason is giving. And in this powerful perspective, once you connect to your purpose and you are really truly connected to your giving, bringing to the world what you're here to bring, then of course, money flows naturally because you are in your power, so you know. And if you don't know how maybe to sell or market, you have to learn it, okay? But then you get to a point where you just know who you are and you cannot tolerate not to receive for who you are and not for what you do. That was the first, action mode. In that case, you are paid for what you do. In this, you are paid for who you are. Then what you do is just a consequence. And when you are in this openness, in this heart openness, there's no fear anymore. So let's go back to the Vitruvian Man, okay? I am with my arms opened. I allow everything to come, everything. I allow myself to receive so much in my life. And I work, of course, to strengthen through integrity my work, my life, my being. For example, let's go to some examples, because maybe you have some ideas of what integrity means. Integrity is so powerful, so hidden, but the necessary part of this game. So I know that my relationship is over and I keep on living with that person because I don't know how to live on my own. Just an example. Or if I'm do have a collaboration, a business collaboration, okay? I'm working with someone who is bringing me clients, but I don't really align with him, with her, but it's useful, okay? It brings me clients. Why not? Okay, integrity involves every single choices in life, every single aspect that do have a powerful reflection on your being. And once you, layer by layer, go back to your truth and align your reality, your words to your reality, your life to your inner thoughts, inner wisdom, inner knowing, then your life is going to be magic. And what's the next step? The next step is, once again, open the heart. Because the upper part is, okay, I'm open to receive. But what is the part that connects with the earth? That is, okay, I need to let go. I need to let go of any resistance, fear. I need to let go the fear of losing money, of losing relationships. This path is, this is why I called it in my Facebook and YouTube channel, unconditional money and love. And this is why I connected it to freedom. Because once you connect to your being, once you get to the point where you are truly embodying your mastery, then you run the risk of losing everything. And you open up to the infinite possibilities of receiving everything. You can have it all if you run the risk of losing everything. In this way, of course, you do spend money. For example, you do invest on yourself because you allow yourself to receive much more. And then you get to your value, you know you're worth it. So you know you're able to generate much more. And once you are not attached to it, to your love, to your money, to your house, to your clothes, to your identities, then you're free. You're free to flow. You're free to be the powerful being you are. You're free to embody your success. You're free to go wherever you want to go, whatever you might desire. And you probably don't know what your true desire is right now. I posted a story 3 years ago. At this moment, I was in my skyscraper as working in the bank. I had a powerful desire, but of course I didn't know. I was, in 3 years I would be here. And of course I didn't know it neither last year. It's every time is allowing to receive more, integrate, allowing to receive more, integrate, act, allowing, integrate, act. And the more you align your life to your being, the more successful you can be in this life. And then, of course, it can be tangible, material success if you want it. But this is just a possibility. This is just something you have to choose, considering your standards. So, how much money do you want? How much money do you need? Do you want to be, okay, I'm okay like this? Or do you want to be in a position where you can have 10 times and then choose maybe to donate them because you don't need them all? But it's just a choice. What I'm talking about is success. which is your soul's fulfillment. Success is leading your unique way, embodying your mastery in the way that you can really feel free. And the freedom I want to share, I want to bring in your lives is the freedom that comes from a deep alignment, the freedom that comes from not following anyone else's rules, models, recipes, is that freedom that comes from, okay, I surrendered. I allowed myself to receive. I took powerful steps. Now I changed everything that needed to be changed in my life. And now, okay, I'm living the life of my dreams. And it can happen in such a short time if you just say yes. So, are you there? Are you still there? Send me a yes. Send me a message. Send me an insight, something that just showed up, popped up in your mind. And then we go to a powerful meditation that can really help you integrate everything I've been sharing, that can really help you integrate all the message. Tell me if you have any questions. Otherwise, I go to the meditation. Yes. Okay. And then, okay, maybe we can also, go with the extraction before the meditation begins. Let me see if my angel, the beautiful guy who is helping me, has maybe already extracted a name. If not, I'm just leaving him the time to go on. And let's see. Okay. Yes. So here we are. Let me see. Okay, and the winner for today is Angela Amoroso. Okay, so now close your eyes and allow yourself to create that space. Let's take a deep breath. And let's feel this column of air as it enters and exits. And we begin to sense how this column of air actually connects us far beyond our bodies. How this air that we draw from outside is actually coming from far above. It connects us with the sky. And as it enters us, we see it going down, 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 all the way to our feet. And it connects us to the center of the earth. And now this column becomes a ray, a luminous ray, a golden white ray. We see ourselves with open arms, open legs. We are like the Vitruvian Man. We are a star. And this ray from the sky enters our head, illuminating the heart, lighting up in the heart, warming it. And it begins to spread this warmth throughout the body. It starts to travel down one arm to the fingertips, then returns. It starts moving down one leg, warming it, and returns. Then down the other leg and back. Then to the other arm. Now we feel this warmth expanding from the heart through the entire body. We have become a shining star. And this shining star starts to be completely enveloped, wrapped in stardust. From the heart, a giant figure eight emerges, a sideways infinity. It begins, and the upper part of this figure eight starts at the heart. It begins to embrace our head, rises up to the sky, up, up, up. Then it returns, surrounding our head, and comes back to our heart. And then this big eight continues from the heart, moving down, down, down to the earth. And then it rises again, reuniting once more in our heart. And we feel how this gigantic figure eight, anchored at our heart, connects us to the sky and the earth, above and below. Now another flow begins, another infinity that extends from the heart along our arm and far beyond. It begins from the right. It could be our past or our future. And it returns, passing through the heart again. And it extends far beyond our left arm. Again, symbolizing the past or the future, depending on what you chose before. And it returns. Now we feel not only this giant figure eight flowing from sky to earth, connected to our heart, but also this infinity expanding. We feel not only our warmth, but this warmth spreading throughout the cosmos. Finally, we feel a third force that flows through us, a third force that, also starting from the heart with this figure 8, crosses us on the horizontal plane, and it takes us beyond ourselves, forward, pushing us ahead and beyond our bodies, then behind us, feeling how all this swirling is part of a powerful activation, part of our being here in the cosmos. You are here with a unique story, a unique purpose, a unique light. You can feel your power. You can feel your warmth. You can see your light. You can embody your mastery. And align with the great responsibility and honor to bring all of your divine being into this world. And when you're here, when you're ready, you can come back. You can listen to it again. You can let it flow. You can allow yourself to receive and act at a higher level. I'm here, honored, grateful to welcome whoever feel the calling. So it's been a pleasure to be with you these 2 powerful days. You can watch the replays that will be available until the 20th of November. And for anything, please write, please send a DM, please get in contact. Sending you much love. Have a great evening.